it can be tricky. It can be tricky looking for spiritual understanding, spiritual meaning. There's so much to look at, both in the Western traditions and the Eastern traditions. And also all kinds of new varieties of spiritual teaching. And even within just the Eastern traditions, Indian Buddhism and Hinduism are vast areas of things to get your head around, going back millennia. And I'm focusing here on a text called the Yoga Vasistha, and this in a way embodies a lot of this vast confusion that I'm talking about, or apparent confusion. The thing about spiritual truth, spiritual understanding is it's incredibly simple. Which begs the question, why am I focusing on such a vast, rambling text? Well, it's incredibly simple. And it's so simple, spiritual understanding is so simple that you think it's actually too simple to be the case sometimes. And in fact, spiritual truth, you could say, is so simple that the trouble with it is not that it's difficult, but it's so simple that it's overlooked. You think, no, it can't be that. It's just too obvious. And one of the reasons I'm focusing on the Yoga Vasistha is that it puts this understanding into a cosmic context, because spiritual understanding is cosmic. It's mundane, simple, and trivial to the point of being overlooked, but it is actually also cosmic. And that's one of the reasons I'm focusing on the Yoga Vasistha is to appreciate the spiritual truth, to appreciate this understanding, to put it into a bigger context, to explore the ramifications of this obvious truth. And what is this obvious truth that I'm talking about? What is it that I'm saying is so trivial and so simple? Here in the Yoga Vasistha and in spiritual teachings, we hear talk of God, of consciousness, of unconditional love, and all the rest of it. And we get all these wonderful terms which can transport us into what I might call the romance of spirituality. But spirituality is concrete. It's not about any kind of belief. It's not about working yourself up into some rapturous ecstasy. It's simply let's not talk about awareness, let's not talk about consciousness, it's about the attention. The attention, and where the attention is at any moment. By considering the attention, it's very simple to arrive at what might be called an ultimate perspective, or at least a perspective from which these scriptures, these Oriental scriptures, make sense.